Hey, how we doing, guys? Apologies, I have not been able to get my live stream to connect. I'm still waiting on it to connect. So I'm going to do a quick video, show you how to delegate using the FTSO. As you can see right here, I'm in flare.space. It shows you delegating to the best FTSO providers. The purpose and objective of this a video is to show you how to best delegate your FTSO votes to maximize your APY, your rewards, right? Flare.space gives you a kind of at a quick glance who the top ones are. So I'm going to show you using a couple of tools how you can also find and actual delegate. So you've got app.flareoracle.io that will allow you to identify and delegate to the best FTSO providers. And then you also have the Flare portal, which will help you identify and delegate to the best providers. So I'm going to take just a real quick few minutes to show you how to do this and get you off here. So I got a couple of tools open here. I've got the Flare Systems Explorer, which you can get there by clicking on View All Providers right here. See this right here? If you click on View All Providers, that will open up the Flare Systems Explorer, which also shows you the best FTSOs to delegate, and also why this is very important. So when that opens, it opens up in Basic Providers. You want to go click Advanced, because Advanced will open up a tab which will show you the delegation rate, and that's very important. So if you look here, it shows you the FTSO. It shows you their delegation rewards, the delegation rates, right? But you want to look at the delegation rate in terms of how many people have delegated, what's their weight. Because if they're over 2.5%, like you can see right here, you can see Bifrost is over 2.5%, and it's in red. Red means stop, right? And you can start to see the colors before it gets to 2.5%. If they're over delegated, that's going to depreciate the rewards rate that you're getting. So if they're over 2.5%, like Bifrost has 3.38% delegation rate. So whoever is getting those delegation rewards, they're being depreciated because they're over 2.5%. So if you notice, you look down here, you start to see some in green, because that means green means good, right? So those are the ones you want to do. So here's what I do. I tap on that little arrow that shows me from top to bottom or from bottom to top who is over delegated. If you hit it again, it will now go from the top over delegation on down. So I use that to make sure that when I choose who I want to delegate to, I don't choose someone who's over delegated. So let's go look at this. Let's go to the Flare Advisor. At a quick glance, tells you who the top ones are. ITB Validator at 9%, 9.47% APY. I would then go back to Flare Systems Explorer and look at delegation rate. Since I've got it stack ranked by highest to lowest, I don't see ITB over here. So I know that they're not in the red. So I'm good with delegating to ITB Validator. If I go into the Flare Oracle, app.flareoracle, DAP, it might not. So these don't sync up for some reason or another. Like, it doesn't sync up. But you can see right now, and again, I'm not going to make any assumptions that that ITB Validator, aka is Flare Bus. I'm not making any assumptions. But let's just say you want to delegate to them. They're showing a 9.5%. Their average reward rate. You can simply click on delegate. You can choose the provider, Flare Bus. And if you wanted to do two providers, you can choose the second, which is ANON. And again, you'd go back and check and make sure ANON is not over delegated, which they're not. And then you hit delegate, and then you're going to get it in your wallet. Okay. I'm not connected, so you won't show that. All right. I'm not connected to this DApp. But that's simply how you do it. Go to FTSO metrics over here on your left. it will automatically stack rank the TSOs. They're automatically ranked when you open it up. You see that right there? They're automatically ranked. So you can see, right? Now, again, this used to show some different stuff, but it doesn't show it anymore. It used to show you that over delegation rate, but it doesn't. So that's why it's important to have the FLAIR Systems Explorer accessible. You go to Advanced. You sort it by delegation rate over here. It shows you in red who's over delegated or close to being over the 2.5%, and then you can do it. So I do most of mine through the FLAIR portal. You go to the FLAIR portal, you go down here to FTSO provider delegations, you click on redelegate, and you can undelegate them all or you can redelegate. So I'm going to go with redelegate for now. Click on the pencil, sort by APY. So click the down arrow, and there you go. ITB validator shows up there. I can select them, simply select them. And now I've got my main provider. If you want to do 100%, you can do 100%. If you want to split it over two, go back, hit the pencil for the second provider, sort by APY, and you've got Ainley's at 7.95%, which you can select them, and you can say you want 50%. So if we go back to this one, you can see FLAIR bus. So there's probably a pretty good chance. And again, I haven't studied to look at the OX addresses to make sure they match up. But this is probably ITB. This is pretty much matching up to the FLAIR portal as well, and Ainley's is the second one. So I'm a little more aggressive. So I'm probably going to just go all 100% on the ITB. And again, I can be a little more aggressive. It's going to come in my wallet. I can be a little more aggressive because every 3.5 days I'm looking to redelegate, right? So you would just simply choose your allocation, then hit submit, and you're done. But a couple of tools, and again, I'll leave these links available for you in the notes. But a couple of tools, you've got the FLAIR.space, which gives you at a quick glance who the top dogs are. This is quick and easy, right? You come here, you see who they are. You can go to the FLAIR portal, or you can go over to the app.FLAIR Oracle, and you can choose to delegate, and you're good to go from there. So just a quick video to kind of let you know. Now, everybody asked the question, how does this compare to Scepter? And I'll tell you on Scepter, we know Scepter gives you a great APY. It does it for you. Scepter is doing this. They're doing this for you for a 10% fee. But because I'm doing this every week, twice a week, I'm performing at or probably above Scepter if they're not doing it to this level of detail. If Scepter is using some of the stake, then that's great, right? If they're just taking those and staking them into different validators, they could be getting a much higher. If you look here, look at the APY for staking, but you got to have a minimum of 50,000, remember. But look at the APY for staking, 18%, 17%. So I have some of my FLAIR staked. I'm earning a higher APY. And then I have some that are just FTSO that I'm delegating twice a week. But I go with my own delegations. I do have some in Scepter, but I go with my own for a good, bigger part of my bag because, sometimes I might want to use some of those rewards weekly and do some LP with them. And so when you have it in Scepter, yeah, you could swap some of the S-FLAIR to get the 50% to do an LP pair, but then you're taking a 10% hit, right? So I don't want to deal with a 10%. So I do have some set it and forget it Scepter, but for the most part, I always delegate to my best FTSO providers twice a week. Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central, Saturday before 7 a.m. Central is the time cutoff that I try to make sure I get mine in. And you see it's pretty quick, especially with FLAIR Space. I love FLAIR Space because they give me a real quick glance and let me know what's good from the top, 5 or 6. And then I can go to one of these apps or the FLAIR management portal and do it myself. So I generally will do, 50%, or if there's one that's outperforming this much, a lot of times I'll just go ahead and go with them. But, hey, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, just documenting my journey, guys, documenting my journey. Again, apologies, I couldn't get a live going. I'm not sure. It was literally just clocking. So I killed a stream, created another stream. It didn't work. So 10 minutes out. I appreciate you guys. Let me know if you got questions, comments. I will absolutely put the links to these in the portal. Thanks, guys. I will talk to you soon. Appreciate all your comments, feedback, and sharing and subscribing. Take care.